Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team. And you're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense will take the field for the first possession of this game. And guys, as this year has gone on, it has become harder and harder to ignore the excellence that this quarterback is putting out there each and every week.
Well, the secret's out now, and I think at the start of the year, everybody knew this guy was talented. They wanted to see if he could be consistent, though, and David, he's been that through the first half of the season. So now he's got the target on his back. He's got to elevate his play.
Brings him to the open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
They're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it, it could be a long game.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
And some room to work. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
These quarterbacks are nightmares to play. Pretty good coverage on the outside. Man-to-man, nobody looking at the quarterback. He takes off. He doesn't look like a quarterback. Looks like a running back. Chews up yards, gets way down the field, and makes a big play for this offense.
They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. They're working that left side. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. First down, operating in the red zone and doing it in a den of noise. Right on the money. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown Tide!
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Florida's offense has the ball for the first time. They're going to have to contend with a group of linebackers, Jesse, who wreak havoc all over the field.
Well, they say speed kills in college football, and I think that's what makes this position group so special. It's really hard to get the ball to the perimeter because of these linebackers and their sideline-to-sideline speed. But, David, in passing situations, they can also blitz and get after your quarterback. What's this offense going to do?
Well, I remember in our day, man, like you had hammers, right? They were just big physical guys. Now you've seen the positions switch. The bodies look different. They look more like safeties, and you're right. Speed, sideline to sideline, blitzing, so much versatility. Good luck.
Finds his man. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Polk. Quick strike complete. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And the Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The RPO, it's complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration. The Gators decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking out front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, though.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Red pass, it's complete. At the 45, on its way. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him the ball.
Carrying the ball with attitude down to the 42.
And this option attack can lull you to sleep sometimes. I mean, just so many things they can do off of it, and you just got to play responsibility, and you got to get them on the ground and make tackles. And that was a good job limiting the damage on that play with a nice tackle.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Fourth down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. Quick release by the QB. Oh, he's got some space. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to throw again. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding you.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Looking for a man. It's Polk. It's complete to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Evanson. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing ends of the field. To the air on first down. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
He'll start this drive firing. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He's going to take off. Took care of it himself. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. That's caught. It's locked. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the back. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll send the back in motion. Boy, did that one have revolutions on it, but it's incomplete. So now it's second and long. A run to the right. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. You know they'd love to convert this third down after missing a field goal on the last drive. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Soft spot in the middle. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Grabbed in the backfield. It's locked. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Alabama pushing the tempo. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit. Third down. Red zone play. Ground alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be first and goal from the 6. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get to the pocket.
Scores on the sneak.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback.
And it's blocked. He picks it up. That's a live ball. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. It was finished off with the quarterback sneak. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Back to throw, it's Polk. Got rid of it just in time.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. The Gators send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. He'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll try the run. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage. And
there he goes. Bulldozes his way through. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bama! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all three phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Wants to throw. It's Polk. And the rush will get to him at the 25. And the Gators will bring the punt team onto the field.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
And he is knocked down immediately, brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And when the man behind center has it going the way he has so far, you are feeling good about reaching into the playbook. The pass, turning it on. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys, too. He's got speed. He's got the ability to pluck the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with this guy in the defense?
Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The Tide with the 1st and 10. He's got it on the right. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover zero. When I play cover zero, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception. And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Under fire. Finds his man. It's Evanson. He stopped at the 15. Not enough for the first down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Punt is on its way. Slips through the line. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds. Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. This feels like 4-down territory, third and short from the 40. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Trying to take it back. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Back to pass. It's Polk. Got his man on the right. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Here comes the Heat. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete. And it's third down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Had to settle for the field goal.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, you've been calling a magnificent game there in Gainesville so far.
Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
He'll keep it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Pocket breaking down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Gators will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. He tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Here comes that Alabama offense. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's locked. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Wants to throw on first down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He'll pull it down. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the left. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
I remember back when I played for the Florida Gators, if you had 3,000 yards passing in a season, you might be an All-American. I know times have changed, but with that last completion, this guy's already over the 3,000-yard milestone this year.
Quickly complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Wants to throw again. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
Gets it out fast. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the punishment has been extended. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And the returner will be dragged down. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores. And he lost one down the sideline. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Gators will call on their punt team. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. And the returner is stopped. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. He'll work his way down to the 28.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige when you've got the playmakers you have offensively. Just keep chucking it.
That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Alabama quickly back to the line. Leaves it with the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man down the middle. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Working that left side now. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. 2nd and goal for the offense. Looking to fire. Going for 6. Touchdown, Alabama! Fit it in the window for the score.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Can't get him to the ground. Breaks into the open. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. And the Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He'll do it himself. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Pass the sticks and still on his feet.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. It didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Dropping back, it's Polk. Got his man quickly. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Gators are on the move. They're going to run it. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. They'll go right back to it. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And they have converted their first 2 3rd down opportunities, but this one a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Everett. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Power football with the run.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They played with great effort. They've got...
He caught it! Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. The Gators didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They're going to run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gators! This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This has been a good day for the offense and a particularly outstanding performance from the quarterback. And the QB has more than had his weight as lighting up the secondary and the scoreboard, Jesse.
Yeah, and Breeze, talking to the coaches coming into this one, they felt like they had a real opportunity in this game to throw the football with success, understanding just how talented their quarterback is. And he's really answered the bell. He's done a really nice job with his decisions. He's played on time. He's been accurate. And this offense has been up and down the field in large part because of how well their quarterback is playing.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. Unloads to the right. Another incompletion on third down.
Well, the receiver getting a little ahead of himself on that one. You saw him calling for the ball. He thought he was wide open. He thought that was going to be an easy catch. The ball finally gets to him, and he drops it. If you're going to call for the ball like that and call your shot, you've got to secure the catch.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. To the air, it's Polk. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Gators can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield. It's Lawrence. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play. Able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Ball's at the 22. Third and short coming. Oh, he's got some space. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
The deficit is huge, this one is all, but over they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Here comes that Alabama offense. And one thing we know about this junior signal caller, he is capable of putting on an aerial show. And he's thrown it all over the place. Been a bit of a mismatch, candidly, Jesse.
I think there were high expectations for this guy coming into the year, but I don't know if anyone thought it would look this good. He has been so dialed in today. When he's doing the work during the week leading up to the game, boy, oh boy, it shows up on game day. He's got a lot of talent, but you combine the mental approach to that talent, this guy's virtually unstoppable.
He'll try to do it himself. Keeps it and gets past the chains. No, he loses the ball after the huge gain.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. They've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown Tide! And the beatdown has ensued. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a master class in offensive productivity.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. From the shotgun, they'll run it. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Back to throw, it's Polk. Finds his man, it's Evanson.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Off play action. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
Got his man.
And you see on that play the confidence that he has in that playmaker on the perimeter of the field. He's already had a couple catches in this game. It seems like he's always open. And right there, nice job fitting that football into a small space and great awareness by the receiver getting his feet down in bounds.
And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They've gotten really productive play from their quarterback as well. And the QB has more than had his way just lighting up the secondary and the scoreboard, Jesse.
Yeah, and Grease, talking to the coaches coming into this one, they felt like they had a real opportunity in this game to throw the football with success, understanding just how talented their quarterback is. And he's really answered the bell. He's done a really nice job with his decisions. He's played on time. He's been accurate. And this offense has been up and down the field in large part because of how well their quarterback is playing.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Looking to the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
This quarterback is having a day, man, and right there he was looking for touchdown pass number 5. He has been dialing it up. He's been throwing strikes. We haven't seen him miss very much like he did just there, but what a game this dude is having.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Here's the handoff. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. The Gators have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Gives it on the option. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a 1st down. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Polk. They've got the screen set up. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on 1st down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Gators in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure. It's a 1st down. After picking up a couple of 1st downs already on this drive, they'll snap it from close to midfield. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Trying to make Matt. Turning it on. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the defense got it. Wants to go up top on first down. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
And on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He fires to the left side. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. After this, it'll be a wrap. Quarterback making checks. On 4th down, going to the air. He rifles one deep to the left. And as the ball goes to the turf, the clock has hit 0.